This is why I'm creating this video, to teach you how to properly ride your man. Make sure to find his natural angle. Understand that every guy has different angles. If you don't do it well, if you don't understand that he's got an angle and you have to find that angle, it will make you really tired faster, and it could even hurt him. You don't have to precisely go up and down all the time, but you can do, the back and forth. Meanwhile, you could ride on him while you're playing with your powerhouse. It depends on how you position yourself. But the secret behind this is not going further than his length. All right, you should always make sure that the joystick does not slip out of your coochie. Now, when it comes to romantic relationships, women are mostly taught, the importance of having better sex, better orgasms, or better relationships. But nobody tells you the nitty-gritty of how we can, as women, improve the techniques. And so we're left with little knowledge about how to spice up our relationships. And so for this reason, many women think that they would not be required to climb on top of their men during sex, because they don't know how to ride their man. All right. Some women even say that they are afraid of, getting embarrassed for fear of not being able to ride their men properly. And others just make excuses because being on top is too tiring, especially if you're not the one who sort of likes to exercise a lot. And other women just simply admit to the fact that they don't just know how to ride a man. It is a man's duty to ride them. Well, this is why I'm creating this video, to teach you how to properly ride your man. So don't worry, all right? Number one, you need to understand that you have to be very careful when you're sitting on top of your man. People don't mention this tip a lot, but it's very important to position yourself on top of your man properly so that you can see his face comfortably. And besides, if you position yourself very well, you will be able to ride his joystick for a long period of time before you get tired. But one important thing that I need you to realize is that when your man's joystick is hard, it becomes inflexible, right? And so if you sit on it wrongly and you press it down with all of your body weight, it might result to, penile strain or pain, or you could even break it. So make sure to find his natural angle and put your pelvis in a position that you and your guy are both comfortable in. Understand that every guy has different angles. So don't just assume that you'll be able to climb on top of him and start riding him just like that. If you don't do it well, if you don't understand that he's got an angle and you have to find that angle, it will make you really tired faster, and it could even hurt him. And please, in case you're riding him enthusiastically, you're happy, you're riding him now, try not to let his joystick slip out of your juicy pot, because it will eventually lead to you slamming down on his erected joystick and eventually breaking him and sending him to the ER. That's not what you want, okay? So it's very imperative for you to master his length, measure his length, estimate his length in your head while you're riding him. Number two, please yourself first before you please him. All right? It's not a crime for you to please your man second, because it takes a longer period of time for women to come. There is this orgasm gap. Honestly, a guy wouldn't mind at all if you want to ride on top of him. So if you want to come hard, do not disappoint. Just come hard. Do it. And when you go on top of your man, imagine him like an object sent from heaven for you to ride on. And after you've achieved your sexual peak, you can now start to please him by making some dirty moves and, making sounds. That alone can make him grab your waist and grind you from below. It's basically like killing two birds with one stone. And forget about the fact that your man might think that you're selfish, but if he does understand that there is something called orgasm gap, he will be much more grateful for you having to reach your orgasm and letting him reach his at any given point in time. So it's a win-win situation for both of you. All right. Number three, ladies, be creative during the ride. See, when you're on top of your man and you know that you are in control, then you can go on and ask him questions. A good woman who knows how to ride will ask her man some dirty question out of confidence. So you can also bend forward to his face and kiss him and ask him to kiss you on any part of your body too. And as you ride him, don't ask him questions that are not related to your lovemaking. You don't want to spoil the mood. Don't ask him about things that are not, pertinent at the moment. Now, number 4, learn what I call the motion of the ocean. You know how the ocean moves, right? In a rhythmic way, sometimes in sync with the tides. So you should move in such a way that matches your partner's movement. In the case that he is thrusting you from under. All right, your man will enjoy it so much and he wouldn't get tired of it because you're in sync. He's giving you guys are moving in sync with each other. I honestly believe that sex should go hand in hand with passion. So when you ride on him, you can lay flat on him, kissing, maintain eye contact. Maintain eye contact, women. It is very important that you lay contact with your man's eye while you're riding. Now, while you're doing that, I need you to maintain a rolling and steady rhythm. A rolling and steady rhythm kind of movement, just as the motion of the ocean on your man. And by doing it gently, you will ride your guy for a long period of time without getting tired. Trust me on that. Number 5, make an in and out motion. See, when you ride, don't just wiggle around. Don't just wiggle around. Men don't get much sensation from that. All right? I know going up and down can be tiring, but it's recommended to do that motion so that your man can, be pleased, can derive some level of sensation. So you can even spice it up by doing it from the sides and it will please your man. All right, like he's laying like so and you are doing it from the side. Do you get what I mean? You don't have to precisely go up and down all the time, but you can do, the back and forth, and make sure that you have your man support you by holding you on the waist. Otherwise, if you mistakenly let the joystick out of your coochie, you might just end up hurting him and falling on his joystick, and eventually that could cause a breakage, and automatically that episode with both of you would be over and in a very drastic way. Number 6, you need to relax and enjoy every bit of the ride. I like to think that to enjoy maximum pleasure with your man, you have to keep it 100. Enjoy every bit of the ride. Change angles. Look at the face of your man. Turn your back and let him face your backside. Grind on him and do anything that will make you feel worthy. Anything. You can bounce on him. Do you get? But make sure that you're bouncing with your weight above, And when you're able to come, please come like you've been electrocuted. Your guy is going to love it. And if he loves calling you out during sex, then listen to his moanings, listen to the sounds that he makes, all right, and drive him crazy. At this point, I don't think you would get tired, honestly. Number 7, just turn around and face the opposite direction. Men love it. Most men love it when girls face the other side. And when you do that, your guy will likely, grab your trunk or caress it. Meanwhile, you could ride on him while you're playing with your powerhouse. It depends on how you position yourself. Then I would urge you to make nasty facial expressions. Girls, don't forget to make silly faces. And when I mean silly faces, I mean like if you're feeling that he's hitting the right spot, all right? Don't fail to show it on your face. Don't even think about the fact that, the expression that you put on, the expression that this is going to give will make you look ugly. See, that will turn him on because he knows that he's giving you heart. And if by chance your man is a boobs man, turn around for a short while. Face him, switch back again. Let him see your jogs. Do you understand? Let him enjoy touching them. Number 8, for you to be able to be a good rider, you need to know that confidence is key. Confidence. You can't achieve most of the things in life without being confident, including having an incredible sex with your man. Because confidence brings motivation. It brings motivation. And you can't get tired if you believe in yourself, if you believe that you're a good rider. Even if you're just starting for the first time. Most men want to see this. There is nothing that turns on any guy than a woman who is in the mood and she initiates it first. So if you're confident, you will just show your man that you want it, and then you go on and you grab his joystick from his boxes and make it hard. Then take your role as a pilot and, fly him to whatever choice destination that's on your mind. Do you get what I mean? Number 9. The 9th thing you must know when riding him is knowing how to control his joystick. And I'm sure that many women would want to find out, does size really matter in certain positions? Of course, it does. I will be honest with you. It does. But there are some women who are experts in riding men and can ride any length, irrespective of his size. But the secret behind this is not going further than his length. All right, you should always make sure that the joystick does not slip out of your coochie. So if you're good at estimating the length of his joystick, you'll be able to know what length to glide through and glide out from. All right, you would know what length to stop, at what point you should stop when you're gliding up and down. Okay, so you have to understand the length that you're working with and know how to go up and down. It's very simple. Now, number 10, you need to learn how to juice your man with your juicy parts. As a woman, you should know how to drive a man crazy by grinding on him first. Now, grinding is a process in which two surfaces, rub to cause friction. However, you can up your game by squeezing and pulling from him with your coochie while he's still inside of you. And so when you do that, you're creating some friction. So when you squeeze your man and you wring him out, it drives him crazy, and it will be so evident in his face. But don't do it too often, all right? If not, he will get so used to it and get tired of it. You can grind him for a little while, go up and down, and juice him out, wring him out. Men will love you when you do this. Your man will love you when you do this. Now, number 11, try and practice. Everything that you're good at starts with you practicing. All right? So when you try practicing every now and then, you won't get tired. So if you want to learn how to ride your man, you must be ready to try and practice it. Because being afraid to ride your man will definitely derail you, because it's the best way of learning how to do anything in the first place. So you can practice with your man and allow him see you every step of the way. It's better that he knows that, oh, you once started out not so good, but weeks down the lane, you're riding perfectly. He'll be a lot happier that you learned with him. You learned on him. So I think it's sweeter when you involve him in the entirety of your process. Number 12, I think that your confidence to ride him will come up if you smell good. So wear some perfumes. Make sure you smell good, smell yummy. All right? And make sure that down below is looking really neat. Now, another way that you could ride him perfectly is by putting on some music. Music is life. Music is entertaining. And many songs are about passion and romance, So you could be riding with the rhythm. The rhythm of the kind of music can be very influential in the way that you're riding your man. So ride with the rhythm. Moreover, he wouldn't even get bored and tired in the process because, of course, music is soothing. So get yourself some songs, exceptionally slow songs or blues, rhythm and blues, and press play before you jump on his joystick. Men will prefer you to put some music that is also good for them, so that when you get tired, he can flip you over and ride himself in the rhythm if he's a very woke guy. You know what I mean? And lastly, teamwork. You can never get so far, and you can never achieve so much if you're not in partnership with your partner. So if you're going to be on the cowgirl mission, you need to make him understand that he needs to work together with you by holding your waist while you thrust him. Most men prefer to go first until they're sweaty and tired. And after he's done, are you just going to sit down there or sleep down there not doing anything? Absolutely not. You take the reign, you hop over, you come on top and be the captain of the vessel. That's the best position for a girl. And when you put your man down, make sure that he relaxes while you take over his body and do the riding. Because listen, when you work together, you get more extended sex drive, and also you get to please your man. That sex is not just for you only, but for both of you. So you need to involve your man fully. All right? You need to work in partnership with your man. So that's it, ladies. Now that you have these tips on how to ride a guy and how to please your man, it's not just about riding correctly, but also you need to create pleasure for yourself. And also make sure that before you get tired, you and your man are satisfied. And you can only do that by knowing how to ride him until he is satisfied. Okay? Don't be lazy. 2023 is not a time for you to be lazy in your bedroom. If not, someone is going to take over. All right, then. Thank you so much for watching. Until I come your way, I remain Jane Lawrence.